Hello, here Al Nilein News as we cover the breaking news from Sudan.
The Sudanese Minister of Communications and Digital Transformation, Ahmed Dardiri, announced that corporate social responsibility (CSR) initiatives from telecommunications companies this year will be directed toward high-impact sustainable priorities. He explained that these initiatives will focus on providing internet services to government schools, hospitals, and health centers, as well as shelter centers, nursing homes, and orphanages to improve basic services for citizens. The minister also noted plans to support and enhance STEAM education to build the capacity of future generations and prepare them for digital transformation and the future labor market. STEAM is an integrated educational approach combining science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. It fosters critical thinking and problem-solving through real-world projects rather than isolated subjects. While the conflict with the RSF caused significant damage to what was once a premier Middle Eastern telecom infrastructure, the current restructuring focuses on social equity and long-term skill building. By prioritizing schools, hospitals, and shelters, the government is using the telecom sector as a backbone for humanitarian recovery. The shift towards STEAM education suggests a move away from just repairing physical wires and toward preparing the youth for a digital economy. Sudanese Prime Minister participates in Munich Security Conference opening and meets head of Yemeni delegation. Sudanese Prime Minister Professor Kamal Idris, accompanied by Foreign Minister Ambassador Mohiddin Salim, participated in the opening session of the new session of the Munich Security Conference (MSC) in the Federal Republic of Germany. The session featured keynote speeches by the German Chancellor and the Governor of Bavaria, focusing on current global security challenges. The Sudanese Prime Minister is scheduled to participate in a specialized panel discussion titled Challenges of War and Peace in Sudan. The conference, recognized as the world's leading platform for security policy, will continue until next Sunday with broad participation from global decision makers. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Professor Kamal Idris met with His Excellency Yemeni President Rashid Mohammed Al-Alimi, head of the Yemeni delegation at the MSC. His Excellency discussed the government's efforts to achieve peace and stability, culminating in the Sudan Peace Initiative presented to the UN Security Council in December 2025. He emphasized the importance of stability for Yemen and its people, as well as coordination to achieve Arab security and combat militias in the region. For his part, the Yemeni president stressed that Yemen's security is inseparable from Sudan's security. He affirmed his country's full support for Sudan's unity, stability, and territorial integrity, noting that Sudan has faced a major conspiracy to topple the state. He highlighted the importance of combating militias in the Arab world and achieving regional security through full cooperation between neighboring countries. U.S. Congress pressures to halt arms sales to a Gulf country due to Sudan war, and the Foreign Affairs Committee debates a new bill to hold those supporting RSF accountable. American voices condemning the role of one of the Gulf countries in the Sudanese war have intensified following a Reuters report revealing that the Gulf nation funded a training camp for the Rapid Support Forces (RSF) in Ethiopia. The U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee denounced the support provided by this Gulf state to the RSF on Friday, stating this external support only fuels the brutal conflict in Sudan. The committee emphasized that involved nations must be held accountable by halting arms sales. Steps to suspend arms sales to the Gulf state. In a post on Twitter X, the Foreign Affairs Committee clarified that Congressman Gregory Meeks will continue to suspend all major U.S. arms deals with this Gulf country and any government supporting the RSF militias or any party to this conflict. The committee noted that Congress could cut off external support by passing a bill introduced by Meeks to impose sanctions on those involved in the war and ban the sale of major U.S. defense equipment to countries fueling the conflict. Congresswoman Mrs. Sarah Jacobs called for the removal of all foreign parties from the Sudanese conflict, starting with the Gulf state in question and the cessation of U.S. arms sales. She warned that millions are at risk of death due to insecurity and the lack of food, water, and medicine. Senator Jim Risch, ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, wrote on X, "I am concerned by reports of a training center linked to a Gulf country in Ethiopia for RSF militias involved in genocide with potential supply routes through Somaliland." Rich added, "These moves represent a dangerous escalation and provide further reason to designate the RSF as a foreign terrorist organization, with subsequent legal consequences for regional proxy support networks." On February 10th, Reuters revealed that the Gulf nation funded the construction of an RSF camp and provided logistical support for the site, according to 8 sources, including a senior Ethiopian official, as well as internal Ethiopian security memos and diplomatic cables.